It was Halloween night, a time when the veil between worlds is at its thinnest. For three friends, Ethan, Lara, and Tom, it felt like the perfect opportunity for an adventure. Their target, the old abandoned house at the end of their street, a place draped in shadows and whispered legends. The locals said it was cursed, that you could hear laughter echoing from its empty rooms long after the last resident had departed. They thought it was just a silly ghost story, a bit of Halloween fun. They were wrong. As they pushed open the heavy oak door, a wave of cold air washed over them, extinguishing the warmth of the autumn night. The beams of their flashlights, which had been steady just moments before, began to flicker and dance erratically, casting long, distorted shadows that seemed to writhe on the walls. Then they saw it. Scrawled across the peeling wallpaper in a deep, unsettling red were two words: "Welcome back." Ethan let out a nervous laugh, trying to play the brave one. "Looks like they were expecting us," he joked, but the bravado in his voice was thin. Smile vanished as he looked closer. His heart hammered against his ribs. The handwriting, it was identical to his late mother's. A cold dread, far more chilling than the house's unnatural temperature, began to creep up his spine. How was this possible? Suddenly, a sound broke the suffocating silence. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, and heavy, echoing from the floor directly above them. They froze, every muscle tensed. Lara's voice was barely a whisper, trembling in the cold air. "Who's up there?" The only answer was the continued, rhythmic thud of feet pacing back and forth. It sounded like someone was waiting for them. Drawn by a morbid curiosity they couldn't resist, they slowly ascended the creaking staircase, each step groaning under their weight as if protesting their intrusion. The footsteps stopped the moment they reached the landing. For them, a door ajar just a crack, swung open on its own with a long, drawn-out creak that sent shivers down their spines. The room it revealed was mostly empty, save for a single, ornate mirror hanging on the far wall. Its surface was cloudy with age and dust, but as they drew closer, their reflections began to clarify. 1, 2, 3 faces stared back at them. But something was terribly wrong. While Tom and Lara's reflections mimicked their terrified expressions, Ethan's reflection was different. It was smiling, a wide, predatory grin that didn't touch his real eyes. Ethan stood frozen, his face a mask of horror, yet his twin in the glass looked delighted to see him. The air crackled with an unseen energy. Thin, spiderweb-like crack appeared on the mirror's surface, starting from the corner and racing towards the center. Then another and another, until the entire glass was a fractured mosaic. From the darkness behind the splintering mirror, a hand emerged. It was pale, almost translucent, with long, skeletal fingers. It shot out and clamped around Ethan's arm in an icy grip. He screamed, a raw, primal sound of pure terror that was cut short as the mirror exploded outwards in a shower of glittering shards. Tom and Lara threw their arms up to shield themselves. When they lowered them, the space where Ethan had been standing was empty. He was gone. All that remained was his flashlight, rolling to a stop on the dusty floorboards, its beams still casting a faint, lonely glow. And in the countless fragments of the shattered mirror scattered across the floor, they could see it. Ethan's reflection was still there, still moving, its smiling lips whispering to final, chilling words, "Happy Halloween." If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tales from the shadows. And remember to hit that notification bell, because the next story we tell might just be from your own town. Thanks for watching.